back. I know you guys missed us. Y'all missed us, right? Y'all did. Okay, so basically we took a week off just to regroup, refresh, had a lot of stuff going on. But we are back. For those of you who are new to us, we are the Sammy, Nicole, and BB Show. We are a dynamic mother-daughter duo here on YouTube. And we basically give the Generation X perspective and the millennial perspective. And we're mother and daughter here on YouTube. We're the only Generation X and millennial mother-daughter duo with our own TV show. We're claiming that here on YouTube. So tonight we are coming to you guys, and we got a really juicy topic to discuss tonight, y'all. And Mom, what are we gonna be talking about? What's the juicy topic?
Y'all, I'm so tired of all this drama. It's just
good tea.
Every day is just something going on. It's just too much. Okay, so first let's talk about let's just touch on a couple of things. Let's talk about Nicki and what's her name?
Cardi B.
Yeah, Cardi B.
Okay, what you gotta say about that, Mom?
I just think that some things you just don't have to do. Sometimes you just have to ignore certain people and certain things. You know, when you get in a certain economic status, sometimes you just gotta ignore people,
Okay, so just for those of you who are not aware, a couple of weeks ago, last week or two, Cardi B tried to attack Nicki Minaj at a New York Fashion Week event.
Right.
For allegedly talking
Right.
about her daughter.
Right. People gonna talk. There's not, the saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
Right.
You can't stop people from talking. They gonna talk.
That's true.
They talked about Jesus Christ. So who are you? I mean, let them talk. It doesn't make or break you.
Okay.
So I just think that, Cardi should have just let it go.
Let it go. Okay.
Because she did exactly what Nicki wanted her to do. So that's one thing I wanted to say.
Okay.
Sometimes just let it go. Everything don't warrant your attention.
Okay.
Some things you just have to let it go. She making her money. Can't nobody stop your bag. What's for you is for you. Your destiny has already been determined. No one can stop what God has already put in place.
Beautiful.
Your blueprint was already made when you were in your mother's womb. Nobody can stop anything. God is in control.
Okay.
Y'all remember that. All right.
Great. Thank you. Woo, great sermon. All right. Now,
but that's word.
That's word.
That's
is
bond.
That's bond. Okay.
That's bond.
Got it. Solid. All right. Now, I want to talk about this WandaSmith from the big V103 Atlanta People Station and comedian KattWilliams going at it last Friday. Okay? Did y'all see the full interview on V103's YouTube channel? If y'all haven't, I'm going to post the link to that interview that started this big chaos down in the description box. So make sure you click on that link so you can get caught up. Now, I'm just going to say this, y'all. For me personally, when I was watching the interview that Frank and Wanda did with KattWilliams and Red, the comedian, it was cringeworthy. Okay?
It was painful.
It was painful. And you can tell that it was personal. They both were in their feelings. Right. From my opinion. Right. What do you think?
I think that when it first started, I thought they were just, two comedians going back and forth, roasting and joning, and I thought it was kind of funny. But then when Katt started to fat shame Wanda, and when he started to talk about her health issues, and like high blood pressure and cholesterol, things of that nature, then I thought, okay, well, he might be going a little bit too far, you know. And then she called him little mama. I thought that was a little bit, that was a little bit out of place.
She was wrong for misgendering him. She
was, And I just think the going back and forth, I think it was bad on both of their parts.
It was cringy.
And it was disrespectful. They was disrespectful to one another.
Yeah, they was basically playing the dozens.
Right.
And it went too far.
Right. And then Wanda's feelings got hurt. You could tell, you could tell that after a while she was like, okay, what's up, Katt?
She was caught off guard, like she said.
Yeah, she was like, what's up? You okay? Where is this coming from? He kind of caught her off guard because she really wasn't expecting all that. Even though Katt wasn't there to come in the studio and do an interview, he was there to support Red. And I think, she kind of begged him to come in and do the interview.
Yeah, that's what she said on the radio this morning. That initially, Katt, like you said, he was just there to support his homeboy, Red. They've been friends for a long time. And he told the producers the radio show, like, hey, I'm not coming on air, I don't want to. And Wanda said that she had to beg him to come on air. Me personally, I think that she should have just left it alone. Yeah. Like, once he said he didn't want to come on air, just leave him alone. Because everybody, because if anybody knows about KattWilliams, I think that allegedly there may be something's going on behind the scenes. I'm just gonna say it like that, be politically correct.
Yeah, because Frank did mention that he was going through something today when they talked about it on the show today.
Right.
But he had, from what Wanda was saying, he had distinctly said, I'm not here for this.
Right.
I don't want to come in the studio.
Just left him alone.
She said that she pretty much begged him, and she should have just left him alone. That was a warning to her to leave him alone.
He initially, when he walked in that radio station, he was just giving the vibe from what Wanda said in her interview, like he didn't want to be bothered. He wasn't in the mood.
Right.
He wasn't in the mood.
Right. He wasn't in the mood. He wasn't feeling it. And I guess he took it out on Wanda. I don't know if they had some prior encounter, but Wanda said that was the first time she had met him formally. But I don't know about that. I don't know. I'm not too sure about that, because leading up to what happened on Saturday night at the comedy club.
What happened Saturday night? Enlighten the people who haven't been following this story.
What happened was that she was there and somebody told her she had some guests, and she went to the back door to let the guests in. She opened the door and wasn't anybody there, so she went back, and then she saw KattWilliams and his bodyguard coming across the parking lot. And Katt
made a beeline to her.
Beeline to her and said something about, I told you, if you fucking with me, I would make you go viral. So, why would he say that if they had
he told her
he encounter before?
He would jump on her big ass.
And the husband.
Something to that effect. He said he would jump on her husband too. So he threatened her.
He threatened her,
which was wrong.
Husband. So the husband, he did have a weapon allegedly on him, and he chased Katt. And so now it's just a big thing. But let's go back to what Frank said.
This morning?
Okay. When they were talking about it on the show. She was like, Frank, well, you didn't have my back. And, everybody was saying, why didn't Frank stop it? Well, really, guys, to be honest with you, it was a lot of people in the room that could have stopped it. Producers, showrunners, her boss. I mean, a lot of people could have stopped it. But like Frank was saying, Wanda, you go back and forth all the time. You do it with Miss Sophia. He said, I just thought it was two comedians going back and forth. Frank said, that's why I was laughing, because, I thought it was funny. It was two comedians. He said, at what point should I have stopped it?
Right.
He said, I tried to go to break, but you guys kept going and kept going. And he told Wanda, he said, look, Wanda, it was two comedians, and Katt got the best of you. Point blank, he got the best of you. And I think if it was the other way around,
we wouldn't be having this conversation.
That's what Frank told her.
And if anybody is familiar with V103,
here in
specifically Atlanta, the Frank and Wanda morning show, Wanda can be very flippant at the mouth.
And she said that. She said, my mouth is, she said, I know
she can
myself.
hit below the belt, and she can, you know,
Right.
she can be very aggressive and rude and offensive at times. She can.
Right, because she even said that. Now, this is what kind of got me. She said, well, I'm not that type of comedian to go back and forth and roast. That's not true, because I've heard Wanda go back and forth with other comedians on that show and roast. And not only that, I've heard her say things about people, you know, in the name of comedy on that show. You know, she do her little part, but this time she got it, and it was like,
she was the butt of the joke.
Right, so she was like,
she couldn't think quick on her feet.
Right, for comebacks, and she was like, I just don't do that. I'm not that type of comedian. And then she said, well, I respect Katt because he's a legend, and I didn't wanna go back and forth with him because I respect him. So which one is it? You're not that type of comedian, or you had ultimate respect for Katt? You know, I kind of got confused with her response this morning as to the reason why she felt like, you know, she didn't get with Katt. So it's just crazy. And then Frank was saying, well, Wanda, do you think you need to contact, you know, Katt and apologize? And I was like, really?
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
I mean, in my opinion, I think that WandaSmith, Sellers, Lamorris Sellers, and KattWilliams, they all need to sit down together, and they all need to apologize to each other. Wanda was wrong for misgendering KattWilliams, throwing shade about his jail, you know, multiple jail visits.
Wrong for talking about her jewelry.
For talking about her jewelry.
She had a wedding band on, you know.
He was wrong for threatening her and her husband, threatening to do bodily harm to her and her husband. That was out of line.
Totally out of line.
And now I think they all acted very immature. I think they're you know what I mean? They grown folks, and they all of them know better. He was wrong to threaten her. She was wrong to misgender him. You know, and like I said, throw shade about the jail stint. They both were wrong, and they all need to sit down and apologize to each other because it got out of hand and it didn't have to. You know what I mean? These people are in the public eye. They're, you know, supposedly supposed to be somewhat business savvy, so they know better. They know how to conduct themselves.
And I think that's what I think that was Frank's point with him saying, do you think you need to reach out to him? Because he's looking at it as a business aspect. Okay?
Right.
Are people going to want to come back in our studio?
What are people going to think about our TV show? Do they think that we're going to automatically, you know, attack them if they come on our show? Or do they think that, you know, our morning show is just unprofessional? Trash, you know?
Yeah, so, you know, it's just a lot of things that I think need to be considered in this situation. And then, you know, Wanda this morning, her response was pretty much like, okay, you know, the response you give when you need to keep your good paying job.
And you need to watch your damn mouth.
You need to watch your damn mouth. That was her response this morning. Okay.
Because it looked like
I received it all.
Yeah.
Because I'm quite sure she, you know, like everybody else, she need her good paying job.
Right. And I think it might have been stepping over the line with her husband calling Frank.
Yeah, her husband called Frank, and Frank didn't appreciate it. He said that this morning. The show was real transparent this morning.
It was, and I respect both Wanda and FrankSki for being so transparent.
I really do.
I think that's dope.
I think that.
And they had a mature, grown, respectful conversation on air, and I applaud them for that. I really do.
I thought that was real cool, but Frank was like, you know, Wanda, I don't really appreciate your husband calling me. I don't think that was right, you know, for Lamorris to call me like that.
And to play devil's advocate, I understand Lamorris wanted to support his wife, and I think that's admirable. Well, did he go too far with the gun thing? Absolutely, it should never happen.
Well,
it was
saying
inappropriate.
That he didn't know what Katt had.
Oh. Okay.
So,
and Katt has been known to keep something on him. He's fought, you know, little 14-year-old little teenagers.
Right.
So his behavior can be very
erratic.
Lamorris
didn't